Hey beauties, it's Danny here from Sigma Beauty, Sigma's global makeup artist. Today I'm going to show you how to create this look using our new soft focus setting powders. I'm so excited to share these powders with you. I think one of my favorite things is that they're actually infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E, so they feel really hydrating on the skin. Alright, let's jump into the tutorial. First I'm going to take my Persuade eyeshadow base primer. I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. And I'm going to be using my Ritzy On The Go palette today. First up, I'm going to take the shade Nectar, which is this middle shade up here, on an E24 diffused blend. And we're going to just run this through the crease. Next, I'm going to take the shade Enrich, which is the deeper matte brown. This is the detail blending brush. I'm going to deepen out my outer crease area. And when I get to the edge, I'm just going to pull it out a little bit just to help with my blending on the next step. You can just go back with your diffused blending brush. Use that to help blend out that deeper brown shade. Alright, so next I'm going to take my E55 eye shading brush. I'm going to use the shade Gossamer, which is kind of like a satin shade. Here's a trick that you can do with our setting powder that will really help with your blending. If you feel like you need a little bit more assistance with your blending game, take a clean blending brush. This is the E25 Max that I have here. And we're gonna dip this into our setting powder. So there's barely anything on my brush. You're gonna tap off the excess and you can just run that over the edges, and that will just help diffuse and blend your shadows even more. Alright, so I did my liner and lashes and brows off camera. But I am wearing the Lash Style Demure and I cut them in half and I absolutely love them. They've been one of my favorites lately. And I feel like they look really great with this eye look. So we'll finish the eyes after. We're gonna move on to the face. Before I apply any foundation or anything, I'm gonna do a little bit of color correcting with the Spectrum Color Corrector. This is in the shade Light to Medium. I'm gonna use the F76 Chiseled Cheek Brush. I love this for foundation or cream bronzer. I'm so excited about these powders. I feel like they're going to complement Sigma so well. And it's exciting to build off of our complexion category. As of now, we have our illuminating powder. In the shade Fairy Dust, which has, like the name states, it's illuminating. It has some shimmer to it, very fine shimmer. It's really beautiful on the skin and I love using that underneath my eyes. But these soft focus powders are completely matte. They do not have any sort of shimmer in them. So they are great for setting the makeup, to keep it in place, to make your makeup last longer. And I think what's really unique about these powders is that they're great for any kind of skin type. Whether you're oily, you have normal skin, dry skin, combination skin, because they're mattifying and they're gonna help with oil control or shine. but since they're infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E, they're very hydrating on the face. So it's not going to feel like your face is, you know, really dried out. And for someone who really isn't much of a powder wearer like myself, it's great. Like, I love these setting powders. I just feel like they're really comfortable on the skin. You know, I don't feel like it dries out my face or my makeup. My makeup still looks, you know, really beautiful and natural. Let's do just a tad of concealer. My soft blend concealer brush, this is the F64. I want to apply just a little bit of cream bronzer before I apply any sort of powder on my face. And what I like to do before I apply any other powder to my face is set my under eye, and I like to let that sit for just a few minutes while I finish up the face. So I'm going to take the shade Vanilla Bean, which is the lightest shade here. And these powders are just so velvety and so finely milled. Let's see if I can like show you just how they're just so incredibly soft and just melt into the skin. So I'm gonna take my F12 setting powder brush, which is a new brush to Sigma. Super exciting. And I'm just gonna tap that in to the product I have on the lid. Tap off the excess. And just pat that right underneath the eye to set all that concealer and color corrector. Next, I'm gonna take my F24 all over powder, which looks like this. So side by side, it's bigger and fluffier. They do have kind of the same shaped brush head, but they're nice and fluffy and kind of have like a really nice give to them. That way, when you pick up the powder, it's going to evenly disperse across the face. So I have a little bit more of the Vanilla Bean in here, and I'm just gonna swirl my brush to get that covered and then tap off the excess. So I have my powder on my brush, and I'm just going to dust this across my face. It's just so lightweight, easy to blend. You see how that kind of just kicked down the shine a little bit? This brush is perfect for this powder. It's just so soft. Like I said, I'm not much of a powder person. I really don't set my makeup at all. I love having, you know, just a very dewy, glowy face. But let me zoom up so you can get a close-up of how my skin looks, because it looks so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take my medium matte bronzer. And actually, I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my setting powder, because it's a really nice brush. This is just gliding over that soft focus powder. I'll also do a flash test at the end to show you that the product doesn't flash back in photography. Sunset Kiss, this is a matte shade as well. And I'm taking this on the F44 powder sculpt brush. I'm gonna show you a trick if you want your contour or bronzer to look a little bit sharper. Take your setting powder and put it in your lid. Take a brush or a blender, I am going to actually take my blender and dip this, oh, it fits perfect in here, on the very edge. And I'm just gonna place this right underneath the contour of my cheek. And we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna finish the under eye. First, I'm gonna apply some nectar, and then a little bit of enrich, which is a deep matte brown. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of Sinuosity Lash Mascara to the bottom. And then when you wipe it away, it really just becomes one with your skin. Okay, let's put on some lips and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture on my phone with the flash. All right, beauties, that is my look for today. I really hope you enjoyed creating this with me and diving into our soft focus setting powders. They are available now on StigmaBeauty.com. Make sure you check them out along with our new brushes. I think you're going to love these, and I think they'll really complement your Sigma collection so well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.